Yeah, welcome to the BrownBoyWonder podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the BrownBoyWonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the BrownBoyWonder podcast. The BrownBoyWonder podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
Time Force, Power Rangers, racing to another time. Chronomorphers are online. Timeless wonders, fire and thunder, off to save the world. Go, Time Force! Time for Power Rangers! Time Force! Time for Power Rangers! Time Force! Time for Power Rangers! Time Force! Time Force! Time Force! Time for Power Rangers! Time Force! Time for Power Rangers! Time Force! Time Force! Time Force! Brown Boy Rangers, go! Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. The future is full of surprises. It is time for a new rewatch series. Did I say time? Well, it's time for Time Force. My guest and I are back to talk about Power Rangers. The last time we talked about Power Rangers was in space about 2 years ago, July 14th, 2024. So we are back to talk about Power Rangers, but this time it is Power Rangers Time Force 2001. My first guest loves to time travel. It is Ray. Ray, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm in the present time. A little earlier, I went back to ancient Greece times, but I'm back now for this podcast.
Oh, look, we will go a lot of places. I hope we go to where you were in Greece. Well, I'll probably be there tomorrow. We'll see. My second guest, my last guest here, he is out of time. It is Anthony. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. I'm happy to be on this episode. Obviously, I was in for the main sort of haul of In Space. Ray was there for a little bit too. But
Yeah.
obviously, she's here for Time Force. We'll get into why we chose Time Force and why we're here doing it. But for now, happy to be here.
Absolutely. Well, the showrunner is still Judd Lin from the same thing from In Space, and this series it ran from February 3rd to November 17th of 2001. So we were like 6, 7. So
Oh my God.
I had to, for those, I'm trying to connect the kids right now, and the
Sure.
no, I'm trying to connect the kids here, but they need to watch Power Rangers. It's a great series of episodes.
Yeah. I think kids like Power Rangers, maybe not anymore. Yeah, maybe got to remind them.
Not anymore. I think they're more into Fortnite and Cocomelon. Let's get them back into Power Rangers.
Right.
Well, I'll go with you, Anthony. What was your first memory of Time Force? And why do we pick Time Force after In Space?
Right. Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. The logical choice would have been Lost Galaxy. Afterwards, we did watch some Lost Galaxy, obviously, with the return of some in space characters. Right. They had the crossover.
Yes.
Corone Astronema. She came back as the Pink
Mhm.
Ranger. But considering that we're not watching all of Power Rangers, we did start with In Space. Like we skipped Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo. I figured I took it upon myself to decide, you know what? I'm going to take Abrar through what people consider some of the best, and hey, maybe some of the worst. We'll get there eventually, of Power Rangers, because you're an in space guy. That's your thing.
Oh man, that is my show. Look, the memory I have for Time Force is two things. There's a villain
Okay.
with it's like a Phantom Opera mask. He had that,
Right.
and the one of the Power Rangers has green hair. That's all I remember.
Well, you remember those both things correctly, I suppose. So there's that. They are in the show, so that's good. But yeah, Time Force, like you said, we were around the time of like watching Power Rangers. I will say this: I did have an action figure from this show. I didn't have a whole lot of Power Rangers toys. I've talked about this on other things, but as a kid, I had a Lightspeed Rescue Megazord.
Oh,
But I did have a Red Ranger figure, and I'm going to send pictures of it in the chat here. I believe this
okay.
was called a Mega Battle Deluxe Time Force Red. So this is not anything he wears in the show, but it's like a clip-on battle armor situation, and this was the Red Ranger figure I had. So, like, I have a lot of attachment to this design and
Wow.
everything because, yeah,
Well,
this was my Power Rangers toy as a kid.
yeah, we'll find when we get into the episode, but like, this looks. I understand you now. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So,
It's
I you
pretty
know, I
cool.
I have a little bit attachment to, Wes, as we'll learn here.
Mm.
But yeah, Time Force is often considered one of the best seasons, like, In Space is really popular with people from the Mighty Morphin era. If you ask them what their second favorite season is, there's a very good chance they would say Time Force. Like, this
Mm.
is still the Saban era, like you said, we still have a lot of the same people working on the show. We're
Yes.
still filming in, LA. So yeah, this is a very popular series, and I'm excited to get into it because as we'll talk about it, we'll kind of see if the show lives up to time, I guess you could say.
Yes. What about you, Ray? What was your first memory of Time Force?
My first memory is a lot more recent, honestly. A couple of years ago, Anthony and I watched all of Power Rangers from the beginning.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and so that was the first time I watched Time Force
Oh,
was
okay.
yeah, I am familiar with the red suit in Time Force
Mm.
because it makes a cameo in a later season of Power Rangers.
Oh,
Mm.
sure.
Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember. The guy with the mask, green hair guy, and that Asian actor who's another Red Ranger. We'll get into that eventually. Those are the three things I remember from Time Force.
Yeah,
Um,
but in we'll see if we ever get to SPD, but that's where the suit appears again.
I see, I see. Well, how since we're talking about time, how important is time for you guys in general?
How
Um,
important is time? Well, we are Christopher Nolan fans, so whether it's
Ooh,
yeah.
non-linear or backwards, I think it can be really manipulated in interesting ways.
right.
I
Yeah.
I I really like the time 2:30 because that's when I clock out of work.
Ah, yeah. Absolutely. Look, when it comes to Nolan, he goes in Tenet, he goes this way and he goes this way, and then
Sure.
Inception, he goes up and down. So there's a lot of
Temporal pincer. Yeah, that's kind
yeah.
of what this is because they go back in time to in
Hmm.
order to start things from happening. Another fun fact about this show that we'll get into, not that it'll affect too much of what we're talking about, but one of the biggest things about this show is that it is a very close adaptation of the Super Sentai that it's based on. Like we
Okay.
talked about it in space. Remember, in space was like the show that show was based on. Mega Ranger was like sort of about the digital age, like it's
Yes.
like computer based. It was not
Right.
space based at all. Time Ranger, which this show is based off of, there are beat for beat, storyline, shot for shot remakes in
Yeah.
this show. So that's maybe another reason
Mm.
why it's so popular. It's funny because the Sentais were always a year before because we always adapt it after
Yeah.
it's finished, right? So in Japan, this was much more of a Y2K show because it came out in the year 2000.
Absolutely.
Um, so it kinda makes not as much sense for 2001. Um, I guess it is funny that Rancid goes back into 2001 to cause chaos considering, what happened.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Another
Maybe Rancid.
unfortunate event.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of interesting facts I have regarding that, but yes, let's get into it, guys. Power Rangers Time Force, Episode 1, Force from the Future, Part 1. In the year 3000, 1000 years into the future, the Time Force police have cleared the streets of every known criminal, allowing peace and justice to reign. However, there is but one criminal still to be apprehended. His name is Resnick. Captain Logan and the rest of the Time Force have the villain surrounded in a abandoned building. Lucas, Katie, and Trip are seen outside to reinforce the attack squad. All right. All right. You guys know what my question is.
All right.
This is our first introduction of Resnick. What do you think about this Jason Momoa, Stone Cold Steve Austin lookalike?
Well, I don't know who Resnick is, but I do know who Rancic is.
Oh, his name is Ransnick?
Rancic.
It's like imagine like rancid, like sort of
Rancid.
gross, nasty, rancid, but sick.
Mm,
So
okay.
ran sick. That's kind of what it is.
Rancic. Okay, Rancic. Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna keep messing up his name, but I'll try my best. But yes, what is this villain here?
He's
Uh,
scary.
He's scary. He's cool. I'm sure this is in your fun facts, but since we're talking about the character, we'll talk about it here. Can we talk about the actor playing Rancic?
Sure.
Okay. So this is Vernon Wells. He's an Australian actor. He obviously is this Power Rangers villain, but he was also in films like Commando, and he was in Mad Max. What was it? 2 Road Warrior. So
Yes.
like
Yeah.
this guy has been in things that people have watched. Like he is not just some kids TV show villain. Like this guy, like he looks like he's from Mad Max, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of Road Warrior.
Yeah. He looks cool, man. He's definitely different from what we've seen at Clip Tour and those guys. This guy means business. What about you, Ray? Do you think he's attractive?
Um. No.
Okay.
He could be a lot worse considering that he is a mutant, but
Hmm.
I don't think he's attractive, unfortunately.
Oh.
But yeah, he's very scary. He has this just menacing aura to him, and yeah, I mean, as we talked about, and a big silver screen actor, like what an amazing get for this children's show.
He's so
Yeah.
humble. He came down for us to look at him. So thank you. What was his name again?
Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells. Thank you. I'm sure he's still alive. I think I saw him on Cameo, but he costs a lot. So I'm not gonna maybe we'll see. We'll see. Well, maybe we'll talk to him. All right. So he's surrounded. This man inside the building, Rancic, begins to complete a type of time travel device determined that he'll just rule the past if he couldn't rule the present. Before he can complete the plan, Alex, the red time force, engages him in compact. All right, so we get our first look at Alex, the Red Ranger. Thoughts on this suit? I'll go with you, Ray.
It's a really good suit, you know? Obviously, if you're gonna have a Power Rangers season or a Super Sentai season, you gotta have a nice suit. And I really like how the Time Force suits look. I like the the shapes that everyone gets. You know, the triangle's really good for our leader, this downward facing triangle. Yeah, this is a great suit, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it has that same in space helmet, like it's kind of like an alien shape helmet with the black.
Yeah, it's kind of like bulbous in a way, but we still get the metal lips, which can be, you know, some people like the metal lips, other people don't like the metal lips. I think it works here. Yeah.
I think it works. I mean, people don't like the bad nips, but some people do. What
Got
about you?
nips and metal lips. Obviously, I love this suit. Yeah, like I said, I have a connection to it because I had an action figure of
Sure.
it. But I believe a long time ago on this show, we had done sort of a ranking of the Power Ranger suits,
Yeah.
with our friends Daniel and Steven.
Yeah.
And so for those of you who remember that episode long ago, I had said that part of the reason Mighty Morphin did so well is because those suits feel very timeless, even though they have a theme. Like if they had done Turbo or something like that, we may not have gotten off on the right foot in order for it to feel truly timeless. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, dinosaurs were selling in '93, so that wasn't too much of a hard sell. This, in my opinion, because it does just look like in your head what a Power Ranger looks like with the color coding and the metal lips, and I think this could have been an okay start for Power Rangers, at least aesthetically wise.
Mm.
But yeah, considering it's all time-based, you think of, like, the hands of a clock, Time's arrow, like, it has that sort of aesthetic to it. So yeah, I love these suits.
If they really want to get into the time gimmick, maybe copy the Clock King from the Batman universe.
You want them to draw little clock hands on
Yeah,
their eyes.
that'd be pretty nice. Maybe
Right.
in a remake eventually if they do that. I mean, there is
Right.
a Power Rangers reboot on Disney Plus coming up, or they're developing it. So we'll see what happens
Mhm.
with that. We'll
True,
see.
true, we'll see.
We will definitely talk about that series.
Alright, I
Oh,
guess you heard it here first.
yeah.
All right.
It's a new Power Ranger show. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's not like 6 episodes. Maybe it's like at least 40 episodes, like what we have here. But
Do
probably
they
not.
they do TV
Probably
shows like that anymore?
no, they don't. Like this, The Sopranos. That's old school television. I was watching that 5 episodes in. I'm like, I understand it's like old school television, but nothing's happening. I, you know.
Alright, let's move on.
All right. No Soprano talk here. We're all talking about Power Rangers. So we got that there. And then we get the Power Rangers Time Force intro. How do we like it? Do we like it more than In Space? I'll go with you, Ray.
More than in space. That's a hard question.
It is.
Um, I don't know if I can answer that right now, but I will
Mm,
say this intro is very catchy. It's so fun to like sing along to, which like when you have a show, you want a good intro. You want something that people can just
Mhm.
sing off the top of their head, and I think this
mhm.
definitely accomplishes that.
It goes hard. It goes hard in with the guitar solo. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, tough question. I don't think it is necessarily better than In Space,
Hmm.
but I do like the Time Force theme song. I like the part where it gets to the timeless wonders, fire and thunder. Like I like
Yes.
that part. Yeah, and then the Time Force, that whole bit is really cool. So yeah, I do think it's a really solid song.
It's a good song. Of course, I have sang when we're doing the rewatch for In Space. I sang the In Space song, and I'm sure beginning of this episode, you guys heard me singing Time Force. So let me know in the comments below if I did pretty well.
Can't wait to hear that.
Um, all right. So after this intro here, we get a fight between the Red Ranger, Alex, and Ransnick. During the fight,
Close. Ran sick.
Rancic,
There you go.
Rancic. Okay, Rancic pulled a sword out of his kneecap. Have you guys seen that ever in your life?
um, like in real life, no.
Yeah, like he just. I was not expecting that. I did not know his powers. He can pull things out of his booty. So it's pretty nice to see.
Cool move, I would say.
Yeah,
Very handful.
very. Oh man, he's so nice. Okay, well, outside, Jen joins the others as they wait for Ran Sick to come out, but an explosion occurs. Fearing the worst, the Time Force is relieved to see Alex walk out with the captured Rancic, taking the villain into custody immediately. Dude, this villain sucks. Literally 5 minutes in, he's done.
He already lost. It's over.
Oh, the show is over, man. Well, no, we'll get into more here. Alex explains to Captain Logan that the machine Rancic had was the heart to time warping device, and the captain states that he has succeeded, and the results would have been crazy bad. Reunited with Jen, Alex finally proposes to her while everyone else awaits the verdict of Rancic trial. I think it's too early for this proposal. I really don't know these characters at all, and all of a sudden they want to get married. What's your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, it establishes that these two characters are in love, which is pretty rare for a Power Rangers show. You know, we don't get a
Mm.
whole lot of confirmed relationships. They really teased us with Andros and Ashley back
Oh
in
yeah.
space. So, I do think that this is an interesting sort of thing to tackle in a show like this because we don't see it often.
Not at all. What about you, Ray? Would you accept Alex's proposal?
Would I accept Alex's proposal? You know, uh, like we are just thrown in to their relationship.
Absolutely.
W- we, from what information we have, they've been together for a while.
Mhm.
This does seem like the natural step for them. So yeah, I would.
Okay. Okay. Look, when we move forward here, it looks like Jen is the main character. We'll see when we get into that. But Alex is very smooth with his proposal. I had to write some notes on when I get married here, or when to propose. Uh, Katie is assured that Rancic will be put away, but Lucas retorts that nothing is certain. Circuit is seen complaining to Trip that he cannot see anything, and Nadria, I think that's her name, watches
Nadira.
Nadira. Okay, these are made up names. I will catch along here. Nadira watches the trial in disguise as a human. All right, so we got a lot of introductions here. This is our first introduction of Circuit. How do we like this blue Alpha 5 owl? I'll go with you, Anthony.
Circuit's really cute. He's a little blue owl, like you said. He sounds like a little boy. I'll
Yeah.
hand it off to Ray to really talk about Circuit, but I do like Circuit.
All right, Ray.
I like Circuit so much that if you go to my Twitter account right now, the Ray Sketches, he is my header.
Oh,
It's it's him looking down a little like narrow-eyed, uh, and it's like you go on my page and you're being judged by Circuit. It's I like Circuit. He's really cute and he's just so sweet. Yeah, I like Circuit.
Circa is nice. If you want to compare it to the original Alpha 5, they're kind of the same, but this guy's an owl. We have an Alpha 5 in space? I don't remember. Not. Oh, there was. Of course, there was.
We had Alpha 6 or whatever.
Alpha 6, yes.
Yeah.
I remember him now. But okay, I'll maybe love him as you do, Ray. Let's see. We'll get into Nadria soon. She has her
Nadira.
own Nadira.
It's like my
Rancic.
dear.
Nadir.
Yeah.
Nadir.
Yeah.
Let me phonetic this word here. Boom. Okay, Nadira. Rancic.
See, in my head, the only reason I know Nadira is like I hear Rancic saying it because he goes, Nadira, my daughter. So like I always just hear it like oh, Nadira.
Okay, Nadira. Okay. We're going to Nadira soon here, but the panel reaches their verdict, deciding that Rancic is guilty of all charges and must be sentenced to a psychogenic containment for life. I want to say that these judges are not here. They're holograms. Are they scared of this villain here?
I think it's just the future.
Okay.
It's like Krypton in the first Superman movie. Like they're just like heads. So it's probably like that.
I see. Well, I want to see a Tupac hologram in the show. If there's holograms, Tupac got to be there. Well, unfortunately, upon transport, Nadira and Frax ambush the escort and spring Rancic loose. Rancic tells Jen the future is full of surprises as he laughs before she falls unconscious, and Rancic and his gang escape. All right. Now this is our first introduction of Nadira. How do we like this Wolverine Claw Frieza?
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very Lady Deathstrike from the XG
Yeah.
movie.
Mm.
She's hot. She got a pink hairdo that looks like ice cream. She's great. She's I like her.
I gotta look it up. What about you, Ray?
Uh, I mean, I like pink-haired ladies, you know? Yeah.
Hmm.
I won't say what you said because of implications, but, I'm not against it either.
All right, all right. I do like so Nadira is the daughter of Rancic, so it kind of reminds me of Ecliptor and Astronema, their relationship, father and daughter ish.
Yeah, yeah,
We do have another one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like it. I like it. How do we like Frax?
Frax, listen, upon knowing where that character goes and then rewatching this series, I'm the Michael Caine meme. I am so scared.
Frox is the scariest call I've ever seen in my life.
His eyes are bugged out. He's a gold
It
man.
Mhm.
listen, I don't want to say anything really, but he gets scarier.
Oh, okay. Well, he kind of reminds me of Elgar from Turbo. Kind of reminds me of that character. Kind of
Feel like a
annoying.
shape.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm glad he's here. This prison escape. I don't know if you guys are into the Fast and Furious franchise. This is pretty much they kind of. Vin Diesel kind of stole this scene here in Fast Six. The scene where Rancic was like Vin Diesel. He was getting escaping the prison. So it's kind of the same thing here. So if Vin Diesel is a fan of Power Rangers, I need to know. I'm sure he copied it.
Well, let
But
Abrar know. Vin Diesel.
Vin, I know you. I know what's he doing now? He's just getting fat. Okay.
All right, well, he's not gonna
Uh,
let us know now.
no, you won't. You won't. I'll talk to him later. When Jen and the others awake, they inform Captain Logan about the ambush, and he relieves them from their duties due to their failure. Lucas grabs Trip and blames him for not telling them Rancic was planning to escape, but Katie defends him. Um, how do we like Captain Logan here? Is he right to? You think he did the right thing here to fire them?
No, this guy's an asshole.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh. One failure and you're done.
Yeah, it's literally the first episode.
Give us a break.
Yeah, well, we do get some character development here. Trip, the guy with the green hair, we don't know his ranger color yet, but with implicating it's green, I don't know. We'll see. So he's able to read minds.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was his thing. He's from a
Yeah,
different planet.
yeah. He's an
Yeah, his
alien.
little troll gem on his forehead lets him
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, well, hopefully it gets in his handy. Rancic, Nadira, and Frax arrive at the Time Force prison, releasing Gluto, who wants his mommy, before the containment process had for him to begin. The Time Force is alerted for the situation, and Alex rushes to the scene. Looks like this guy is in the long run, so this is our first introduction of Gluto. What do you think about this fat piece of shit? I'll go with you, Ray.
Oh no, I laughed too much. My mic stopped picking me up. Um, gosh, you are so funny with the times that you choose to curse about things. It always throws me off guard. Um,
I mean, look at this guy. This guy, he's
he
literally
does
Jabba the Hutt.
he does something really funny later in the episode, and it's the only time he does it in the series, and that makes me sad.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sure I missed it. Well, let us
well,
know when that happens.
I'll try to. I like that he kind of looks like a whale. He has like the
Hmm.
same like if you look at like whales like under their mouths, they have like the lines so they can like expand
Yes.
to, get all the krill and things like that. He looks like that to me.
Hmm.
And I think
I
that's
can see that.
interesting because he never does anything like that at all.
Well, look, Anthony, what do you think?
Yeah, he definitely strikes me as our sort of comic relief type villain. Um, uh, he doesn't do a whole lot in any of the spoiler alert for the next few episodes, he doesn't do a whole lot. But yeah, you get the idea. You mentioned Elgor earlier.
Mhm,
He does kind of feel like Squat and Babu from Mighty Morphin. Like every
mhm.
series has like your main villain, your main henchman, and then like a goofier monster for comic relief, and that's kind of what
Yes.
he feels like. But so yeah, he's blue.
He's
That's about it.
blue. He's blue. Is he related to Jabba the Hutt? Is he the other son?
Oh, is he his own
Oh.
man also?
Yeah.
No, I think he's the
Glut
same man.
Glutto the Hutt?
Gloat of the Hut. Okay. Hashtag Gloat of the Hut. We're gonna get that trending right now. Uh, all right. So the mutants contain Rancic, Nadira, Frax, and Gluto. They create another time warping device, but before they leave, Rancic notices Alex on the monitor and halts the warp so as to clear up some unfinished business. The two begin battle again atop the prison tower, with Rancic gaining the upper hand. Holding the Red Ranger back, Alex states that he may defeat him, but he'll never defeat Time Force. When that fight is happening, literally, Rancic pulled the sword out of his ass. Look at the replay again. He did it. I don't know how. I mean, that must have hurt.
Probably.
Well, yeah, it hurts him every time. He always screams.
Yes. Oh my god. You know those magicians where they take the sword, they put the sword in their throat and then take it out?
Mhm.
Does he do
Yeah.
that in his free time?
I don't know if he has free time. Does he strike you as a guy that's, like, goofing off?
I know Gluto does, but not
Oh.
Resnick. Not Resnick.
Rancic shoves swords down his throat for fun.
Oh god.
That's what those lines are. It's from when it's gone all the way
Oh.
through. We
Oh,
saw the
no!
code.
Ugh. Look, I don't want to know what they do behind the scenes here, but Rancic states that where he's going, there won't be a time force, and lands a mortar blow on Alex just as Jen, Trip, Lucas, and Katie reach them. Rancic teleports away, and Jen approaches a dying Alex, who makes Jen a promise that she'll never stop chasing Rancic, informing her where there are 4 more morphers. She agrees and takes the red Corno morpher determined to stop Rancic. As Alex dies, just as the paramedics arrive, the others follow her to the time ship with Lucas and Circuit acting as pilots. With all chronomorphers in hand, Jen orders the launch to proceed, and the group blasts off to the year 2001. So when they went to the portal, I love this Megazord. That Megazord who
Oh, yeah.
pushes the ship to the portal. He's like he's playing bowling
Yeah,
every
it's like
time.
he's got, like, a big mallet. That's how you time travel in this universe. A big robot has to hit you with a hammer.
Every time.
You're just playing a big old game of croquet.
Mm. But yes, Alex, he died. Ray, what's your initial thoughts?
Oh, it's sad. He just got engaged and now he's dead. Like that's upsetting.
I barely know this guy, but I feel so bad for him. Uh, Anthony, any dying words for him?
Ah! That was it.
Oh, geez. Well, hopefully these Rangers will avenge him, like Norman Osborn. But that was it for episode 1. Was this episode a thumbs up? No. This is a two-parter.
Part
I'm not gonna
1,
ask you that
yeah.
question. Let's get
Okay.
into part 2 here. Forest from the Future part 2. Rancic, Gluto, Nadira, and Frax appear outside an alley, and a nearby police officer attempts to stop them. After Rancic easily destroys his gun, they learn through interrogation that it's the year 2001, which means no time force. In this scene here, I feel like they're supposed to be naked, just like in the Terminator.
Terminator style, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different type of time traveling rules here. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Meanwhile, the time ship has crashed off a beachside. Trip wakes up thanks to a loud ass circuit, frantically warning them that there's a fuel leak and that will cause the ship to explode. Trip wakes everyone up, and Jen quickly takes the chronomorphers with her as the group evacuates the doomed vehicle. Do you guys like this effect of the ship blowing up? I thought the effects were really good, at least the CGI.
Certainly good for both the time period and the show, considering what this is. I thought it was definitely sufficient.
I feel like they really did it.
Yeah, they probably blew up an actual spaceship. You're right.
Yeah, like how Christopher Nolan built the nuclear bomb.
They
Christopher
actually
Nolan Power
brought
Rangers.
Nolan on to film that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Little known
and
fact.
and this is good to film for IMAX, so it's already for a 4:3 TV screen, so you don't have to worry about cutting anything
oh,
off.
that's true. It's like this. Okay, okay. We need Christopher Nolan on the pod. If he joins our Power Rangers rewatch, I'll be very happy.
I'd love to know his thoughts.
Well, after the explosion, Circuit explains that they are just northwest of a city called Silver Hills in the year 2001. Though the others are initially reluctant to stay, Jen convinces the team that they can beat Resnick by use of chronomorphers. After each ranger locks their DNA into the morpher, they travel to Silver Hills and begin to search for Rancic using their scan modes. How do we like the scan modes here? It's very matrix coded.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it's got to be high tech, right? I would like to know, Abrar, what do you think
Yeah,
of the chronomorphers?
I like it.
We're
I like
we're wrist mounted, just like in space.
Yes, yes. It's kind of the same. I like it. We'll see
You
what
don't
they do
sound
with
certain
it.
about that.
No, I like it. It looks cool.
To me, it feels very reminiscent of like a lot of the both the spy gear, remember spy gear from when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
And also kind of like literally Spy Kids. Like I feel like the Spy
Yeah,
Kids would have had something like this. Maybe Danny Trejo was working on this as his next invention.
it
That's
is.
kind of what, but it is 2001, right? So like that's what it would look like. It's very then futuristic.
That's what at that time what future will look like, and
Yeah.
it's kind of. I mean, we got smartphones, we got smart watches. It's kind of. I mean, the smart watch is kind of a corner morpher if you think about it.
There you go. All right.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Well, thank you, technology. Well, do you guys want a chrono morpher?
sure. Yeah, of course. You have one?
Hmm. I don't have it on me. I wish I got one. But I want it.
Oh,
I
okay.
want it. Well, Jen. By the way, now now I can say this right now. Jen is acting like the main ranger. Usually the Red Ranger. Oh, actually, let me not say that right now. We'll get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself.
All
Hold
right.
on. Jen accidentally bumps into a man wearing a helmet, a motorcycle helmet, while he gets into his motorcycle, and suddenly realizes his voice sounds familiar before he drives off. When that scene happened, I was like, "Is that Andros? Is that? I don't know." Meanwhile, at a nearby jewelry store, Nadira unleashes a horde of cyclobots upon the city. In the scene here, does she look like Nicole Kidman to you guys?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
She has the red straight hair. She looks like Nicole Kidman to me. Maybe I just keep seeing a lot of AMC ads. I don't know.
Oh,
But
maybe.
yeah. Well, this is our first introduction of the This is the cyclobots.
Cyclobots, yeah.
Cyclobots. Okay, so this is our first introduction of the cyclobots. How do we like these assholes? Ray, what with you?
I like them. I like whenever our putties, our goons can have like fun movements to them.
Sure.
And guys definitely have a particular movement. I also like their heads.
Hmm.
Is for you people who have seen Evangelion, their heads are the Unit Zero's like head, where it has like a just like one big eyeball.
Yeah.
I like that about them.
Yeah, it's like the astronaut sea suit, at least from SpongeBob. But the way that, yeah, as you mentioned, the way they walk, they march like with their hands up and with their legs open. I
Mhm.
was like, these
Yeah.
are so crazy. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I agree. Silly robots are fun. Yeah, so that it does feel very unique, like a fun putty. So I agree.
We love them. The team confronts her along with Gluto and Frax to capture them, but unfortunately, the morphers fail to work. Jan attempts to take on Nadira while the others fight the Cyclobots, but none of them can match the strength of the mutants. Nadira and the other mutants depart, leaving a few Cyclobots to finish off Jen. Luckily, the man on the motorcycle saves her in the nick of time and leaves the Rangers, especially Jen, stunned as at the how much he resembles Alex. So this guy came by with his motorcycle like Steve Rogers in Avengers, kicking butt. I'm liking the show a lot. What about you guys?
This is such a good
Yeah,
moment. Yeah, we get the establishment of our new character, Wes. Obviously, we're in the past now, so we can make assumptions about who he
sure.
is in relation to Alex. But the way Jen reacts to him is so good. Like it's just it works really well in my opinion. Like it really comes off even for the show and even more than the show. Like I think it's just really good acting on her part.
Hmm.
Um yeah, like, I think that's what really sells it, and then when Katie comes up, and then she also has the reaction, it does bolster it a bit. Trip's reaction's a little funny because he's just like, "Hey!" He seems way more, like, chill about it, um, but this is good, yeah, and I like Wes's sort of like, "You look like you seen a ghost." I like that.
Yeah, it's good. What I like about this show, I know it's just 2 episodes in. The action is good. The way
Yeah.
their fight is good.
Yeah, well, I think the director for both of these episodes is also, like, the main stunt guy for all of Power Rangers,
mm,
Sakamoto-san, like, he is, like, been the guy for both, like, Sentai stuff and Power Rangers, and I think he's done other stuff outside of that work. I don't know off the top of my head, so I can't, like, say otherwise, but, like, yeah, the action right now is very, very good.
it's good. I love it. Ray, how do you like this man, Wes?
I mean, this is the perfect reveal, right? Like we had this mystery man where our heroes are like, he kind of sounds familiar. I'm getting a little like, sense of deja vu here. And
Mm.
then it's just blonde Alex. And, so like of course Jen has the reaction that she does. Like she literally one just got engaged and then immediately lost him and now she sees him again. Like yes, she is seeing a ghost. Like
Mhm.
W-
it's perfect. Yeah.
Within like 24 to 48 hours, all that happened to
Yeah.
for her. So a lot of things to wrap up in her mind. Later on, Circuit explains that the chronomorphers will not activate unless the red morpher is activated as well, as they need someone with a genetic code similar to Alex. Katie suggests asking the man on the motorcycle to help, but Jan is reluctant. Nonetheless, Jen finds the man, known as we mentioned, Wes Collins, at his mansion. After hearing Jen's explanation to what a morpher is and why they need his help, he believes she's crazy, resulting in her angrily breaking down, asserting that he is nothing close to Alex. Okay, so we have seen Wes. He lives in a mansion. Is this guy Bruce Wayne?
I guess he's a Bruce Wayne with his parents still alive, so he hasn't had that,
Hmm.
like, angst driven yet.
Yes, yes. He has an Alfred.
True.
True,
Yeah.
true.
You got a Butler. What do you guys believe Jen after her speech? If you were Wes,
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
look, she looks good. I'm like, hey. Okay, do I like Ashley and what's her name? Who was the Pink Ranger in space?
Cassie?
Yes, Cassie. I don't know Jen as much.
Mhm.
She looks cool. I don't know if I like her as Ashley and Cassie. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. She's
Sure,
getting
sure.
up there.
Well, now that we have our full cast, I wanna talk about more about, like, the Rangers. I wanna know your rankings of these characters towards the ends here, so we'll talk about them more in detail.
Yeah.
Start
Yes.
thinking now.
Okay. Yeah. I'll think. I'll think. What I have to think. What my thoughts right now is Mr. Collins. He looks like a sleazeball to me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Fighting Rancic and his henchmen without power, the group is left at his mercy until Wes arrives, now believing her story. Um, Again, let's go back to Fast and Furious. The kind of cop, the way Jen was like Vin Diesel when he captured Lenny in Fast and Furious, where I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later. Jen gives West. I have to show you the GIF to tell you guys. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Jen gives West the red morpher, and the morpher confirms West's DNA is a match, allowing the 5 morphers to be unlocked. Rancic and Nadira notice this, and Rancic warns West, who mistaken him for Alex, that he destroyed him once and would destroy him again. West doesn't understand what the hell he's saying, but Jen asserts it doesn't concern him as the team morphs into the Time Force Rangers for the very first time. Time for Time Force, as they say. This is our first induction of the Power Rangers morphing. Wes is the Red Ranger, Lucas is the Blue Ranger, Jen is the Pink Ranger, Trip is the Green Ranger, and Katie is the Yellow Ranger. Ray, what's your thoughts here?
Good. I like them.
It's time for Time Force. Anything? What about you?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I love these suits. I love the different shapes on the helmets. Jen, the Pink Ranger, has this great looking heart shape, which is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. So yeah, great stuff.
Do you want me to rank them now?
You know what? Yeah, well, let's start now, and then at the end of the episode, after we've seen a bit more of these characters, I'll see if anything's been changed. But yeah, so for
Okay.
the 5, rank the 5 and how you feel about them.
Okay, so I will give. So I can say this right now. Jen is a Pink Ranger, but she's acting like the leader as a Red Ranger. So I'm giving Jen number 1.
All right, number 1. I would agree so far.
Yeah. And then number 2, I like green. The color green. Trip is green. He's a Green
Mhm.
Ranger. In space, we never had a Green Ranger. So
True. Yeah.
my heart goes to Trip. He's number 2.
Okay.
Now the third. Now it gets tricky. I'll
Tricky.
I'll I'll give Wes number 3. He was pretty cool fighting these guys.
Right, right. A bit
Um,
inexperienced, but that's the point.
yeah. And then number 4, I'll give it to Katie. She's very hmm,
She's our
Katie. There's
strong
not.
lady.
She's a very. Oh yes, she haven't showed her strength yet, but we'll get into that. Um, she. I think she's. I think I like more of her than Lucas. Lucas, he's just causing
Well,
negativity.
we'll get into Lucas.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't know if I maybe have to think about it a little bit harder, but I mostly agree with your list. I think that's a pretty good
Okay.
ranking of these Rangers. Yeah, we'll get to Lucas later on.
We'll get into it, especially Fast and Furious. Um. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Oh yeah, I did mention here in my notes here. I said I feel like the morphing went really fast if you compare it to the Power Rangers in space. They took their time, but I like how they added the DNA helicase. in this morphing sequence.
Yeah, the DNA strand helix is there. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, double strand,
Mhm.
double strand. Jen explains more about the power suits to Wes as they fight the Cyclobots, eventually defeating them. Thanks for his help. The Power Rangers did the Neo dodging the bullets gimmick, which is cool. It is around that time, 1999, 2001.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a lot of these episodes, we'll see some Matrix stuff, and I guess the funny part here is that they're really good at it, and Wes isn't. So Wes just gets riddled with shots. It's
Unfortunately, Rancic escapes as he does, and Jen winds up overpowered before she could reach him. Jen attacks the Gluto, Frax, and Nadira with her time strike, forcing them to retreat, but not before Nadira claims that her father will beat them. In this scene here, I don't know if you guys noticed, did Gluto fart in this
Yes.
sequence?
This
Okay.
is what I was referring to
Okay.
earlier. He T-poses and farts.
he
Oh, man.
flies. I don't know why.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's the only
Okay.
time this happens.
Okay. Well, oh man, what can we say to the son of Jabba? What can we say?
He's his own man.
Oh yes, we can say that. Well, Wes is overjoyed about being a Power Ranger, but Jen harshly upbraids him about their cause and kind of like takes back the Red Morpher, citing that they only needed him to activate it. Damn, kind of reused him. Wes disappointingly walks away, and afterward, the others discuss about Jen's decision. Katie and Trip are disappointed that Wes will not join the team. While Lucas states that he's a great fighter, however, Jen is says like, you know what, we can have our own. We don't need Wes here. Jen is a little uptight here, but I know he's not Alex, but we got Wes. Do you guys agree with Jen here?
I mean, technically speaking, he is a civilian. Even though they were sort of like fired, I guess they kind of unfired them because they are supporting them from the future. So yeah, like he shouldn't be doing this. So she has reason to be, a little bit trepidatious right now. I think that's fair. And
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
it looks like the man that proposed to her and died. She's emotionally compromised.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Now again, like I don't know how fast their portal destination to 2001. I don't know how long that takes, but for her, it's not a lot of time. I want to say this show is really fast. It reminds me of Spider-Man the anime series, how fast it goes. It's like so ADD. I don't know about you guys.
I won't say it goes that quickly. But I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
We will slow down a little bit for you. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, that was it for this two-parter here, episode 1 and 2. Are we giving this episode a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Ray.
I would give this a thumbs up. I feel like this
Okay.
is a great start to a new season. It establishes our villain fantastically. You know, we get he's an escape convict essentially, and he wants to put the future at a disadvantage. And
Yeah.
you know, I can't remember. We don't get his backstory yet, right? That's
Not
next
yet. Not
episode.
yet.
Okay.
Around there.
But we do get to things fairly quickly. We also establish our rangers. We don't know them super as people yet, but we know that there's going to be conflict with our Red Ranger and the rest of the team because of Alex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a great start for this show. So it's a thumbs up for me.
It's a what's that analogy? It's a fresh. It's this episode, this series is like it's something
It's
about
fresh.
breath and fresh.
A breath of fresh air.
Yes, thank you. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes to the leader. Usually the leader is a Red Ranger, but this time it's a Pink Ranger, the female lead of a kids show. I like that.
Yeah,
Something new.
yeah. I was gonna bring that up when we were like done about talking about all these episodes, but yeah,
Ah,
it's
yes,
it's great to see. Even though we have a Red Ranger, it's really Jen who leads the team.
absolutely.
I
Anthony, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I will give this a thumbs up for
okay,
sure. Yeah, I guess to go off of what you guys are currently talking about, I think what's really great about it is like she's pretty undeniable too. Like, there's a lot of
sure.
things we could say like, "Oh, if you watch the show, you probably know that blah blah blah." But like, they're pretty upfront about the fact that she is the leader because she's the one driving everything happening.
Mm,
But I am always a fan of Power Rangers that decides to take its time. Like any kind of season, and Space did this too, where we don't just have a full team all morphing in the first episode. Like we really take the time to build out the villains. And Space did exactly that. We
yes.
established all the villains at that party, right? It was kind of a build until we got to the actual Power Ranger stuff. Here, we're in episode 2. They're still not even technically a team yet. Like they still need to get this team together. So yeah, I always enjoy that with Power Rangers. There's seasons where they just get into it and it's just like, go, hurry, sell the toys, run. And
Mm,
this is still a toy commercial at its heart, but it's definitely doing what it can to take the material very seriously.
it's. I'm glad we're doing this. Then I'm glad
Yeah.
we're doing this. I do have some interesting facts for these two-parter. This two-parter here. Part
Did you give it a
one.
thumbs up? Wait a minute.
Oh,
Did
oh
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Rate it?
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I gave it thumbs up. I gave 2 thumbs up for 2
All right.
episodes.
All
Two
right.
thumbs up. Um, one of my interesting facts is part one is the first Power Rangers episode to air in the 21st century. So congrats to that episode.
All right. There you go.
Uh, yeah, I have another one here. In part two, this is the only time Gluto appears in Sentai footage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I had initially sort of thought maybe he had a heavier role in the Sentai. Because I should say, I'm familiar that this show does a lot for Time Ranger. I've never seen Time Ranger, so don't come in here expecting me to be a Time Ranger expert.
Sure, no, no,
Um,
no.
but yeah, so that's interesting that I guess he was a one-off villain, and they're like, we need our comic relief bad guy. That probably explains why he never farts in T poses because that was clearly Japanese footage when they showed it.
Yeah.
All right, we've cracked
There we
the
go.
code.
We cracked the code, and he's a lard man.
He cracked the code.
He's a large man.
Yes,
Lord man.
lard man. All right, let's get into episode 3 here. It's called Something to Fight For. Rancic mutation seems to be out of control. Only with medication does he keep it in check. Have you guys had this mutation problem before?
Um, not that exact one, no.
Okay. I just want to check.
Mhm.
While looking through the wreckage of the time ship, the team gets a message from Captain Logan. Boo! Get this guy out of here. Well, he offers them weaponry. Should they need it? Okay. He's okay now, I guess. And in this scene here, Katie picked up a big metal piece, so now we know her strength. So
Mhm.
we got the Green Ranger who read minds, and we got the Yellow Ranger who has super strength. She's like what's her name? Penny from Marvel. What's her name?
Penny from
Uh,
Marvel. What?
From
What?
Captain America, the British lady.
Peggy
Uh,
Carter?
Peggy Carter. She's like Peggy Carter,
How is
but
she
she's
like
Katie.
Peggy Carter didn't have super strength? What are you talking about?
She didn't.
No. Well, in What
She's
If when she becomes
yeah. I
Captain
was thinking
America
that.
instead.
Yes, I was
You
thinking
could have
that.
said
Okay.
Captain Marvel, you could have said She-Hulk, you could have said
Oh.
any of this Rogue from X-Men. There's so many
Oh,
characters.
that is true. I picked the wrong one there, but it's okay. So we got her. What the hell does Lucas do? We'll find out.
Well, we know what Lucas does. We'll get to it.
Okay, we'll see. Um, on his way to a board meeting, Wes finds Nadira and her goons up to no good. He fights them but gets the stuffing knocked out of him, just as Nadira is about to deal the death blow. The Rangers show up and save Wes. Poor Nadira gets a fingernail broken by Jen. Um, do we get so in this scene here we see Wes in his mansion. Does the
Mhm.
butler have a name?
I believe
He
so.
he does. I can't remember it right now, but he
I'll look
does
Okay.
it
have a
up.
name.
Okay.
Cause
Phillips.
he
Philip.
yeah,
Butler
Phillips.
Philip. Ah, it doesn't
Philip.
sound
It's with an S apparently. Phillips.
Yeah,
Phillips.
like,
It
he's
doesn't
calling him by his last name, Phillips.
Phillips. Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like Alfred to me. It's fine. Phillips. Um, and yeah, the deer broke a fingernail. Have you guys broken a nail before?
No, but from what I've heard from other, people who have broken nails, it's very painful. It's not
Yeah. I know my brother. He had a foot problem, and he just kept cutting his big toe nail. And it gets to the point where he has to remove the bed. So
ugh.
yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't keep eating your nails off. Um. All right. Well, Jen and Lucas gives Wes a talk about how they should not interfere with the Ranger matters and how he has never fought for anything in his life and that he's always been nothing but a spoiled brat. Um, Jen either hates Wes or she really loves him. That's what I got that from that talk.
Mm.
hmm Wes is feeling pretty worthless at this point, as well as being depressed and hurt. That is until Trip sneaks into the Collins compound to explain Jen's attitude and dishonest towards him, and that she said that Wes is wrong. Trip is revealed that Wes about Alex and how he was special to Jen before he died. Realizing how Jen first met and disappointed in him, Wes sneaks out to make it right with her. Um, the the scene. So in the scene, you see Trip walk into the full of a garden full of flowers, and Wes is up on the balcony. It kind of reminds me of Romeo and Juliet, the 1968 film. It just reminds me of that scene. I was like, oh, it kind of it kind of looks like that.
He was hiding in the
Um,
bushes. He looked
yeah,
fun.
he was hiding just like Romeo. Um, Well, Wes finds Jen at the time spaceship wreckage as for a chance to help them out. He may have never have fought for anything before, but it doesn't mean he can't now. He also shares about how he found out about Jen's grievance of Alex's death from Trip. Wes begs Jen to let him help them to stop Resnick, even though he's not Alex in her eyes. This is what I'm talking about. This is character development in a Power Ranger series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it now, I guess. This is one of those reasons I feel that this show is so popular with people is just because it really dives into interesting, more adult stuff rather than
hmm
kid stuff. Like, listen, I love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for what it is, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
other seasons that harken back to it. But, this is proof they don't always have to be high schoolers, right? Like, we don't always have to go back to teenagers with attitude. These are all adults with jobs. Like, this is a
yeah.
very, like, serious role that they're performing. And, yeah, to see them sort of, like, change and grow as people is cool.
I mean, they can if they go back to the teenager lifestyle, they can have that drama stuff. But you're right. We have jobs. We can relate to these guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Um.
it's nice to treat our characters as dynamic beings instead of just
mhm,
static. Uh, so yeah, it's like I said, we have an established conflict between uh our actual leader and our red leader, so that's always
Yes.
fun to have butting of heads.
Big time. Uh. Well, at Resnick's Cryo prison headquarters, a frozen mutant criminal known as Jetra is reanimated and unleashed on the city. He begins by blasting away the local police. Um, do we get a first introduction of this guy? I don't know if he comes back, but we'll give it to him. This is our first introduction of Jetra. What do you think about this rejected Decepticon?
I guess that's a good way to put it. I mean, yeah, this is our monster of the week, I
Yeah.
suppose. He kind of has like a hunch and a jetted out head, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, I would say that's about as far as I would go with that. He's fine.
Yeah, if he okay, you know how I make predictions beginning of the episode, and then
Mhm.
hopefully it carries on to the last episode. So I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna say Circuit will will help the Rangers, but Circuit will die in the process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Are you
Circuit he's a handy fellow, but when push comes to shove, he's gonna have his head blown off. That's what I'm thinking.
He is
are you go-
basically just ahead.
That is true.
are you
Well,
gonna
this whole
write down
thing,
your predictions? And that
yeah.
way when we get to the last episode, we can see if you got anything right.
Hold on, I don't have a paper, but I'll write it down in my head. I got it. Circuit dead. Season finale. All right. Yes, as speaking as Circuit alerts the Rangers. Jen finally gives in and gives Wes the red chronomorpher, only for one more chance to prove her wrong about him. The team morphs. Trip whips out the time jet, which was stricken by a metal case. The Rangers board it, and Wes pilots it. Uh, what do you guys think about this jet here? It looks unsafe.
Why? Because they all have to sit on the outside of it.
Yeah, there's no seatbelt.
They're all just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, I don't know how they're not falling off.
I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
They reach the location of the mutants' attack. Wes gives him a timed strike. In the process, he cuts off a patch of the Detra's body, exposing his DNA and causing him to grow into a humongous size. Circuit contacts Captain Logan in the future. I don't know how that works. For a little assistance, Logan sends over the time flyers through the time portal, and then we see that Megazord playing bowling. The Rangers take control of the Time Flyers and form the Time Force Megazord Mode Blue. So this is our first introduction of the Megazord Mode Blue. How do we like it?
I think it's funny that they start off with this one because
Mm-hmm.
obviously a very different take on a Megazord. I guess granted, maybe not considering the only thing we've watched is in space, which is kind of similar. But you think of a Megazord as like a combining Voltron type thing, right? Where like there's a
Yeah.
blue leg and a yellow leg and a whatever arm. You think of that. That's not what this is. Um, I do prefer the other look we'll see. So I think it's funny that they started with this one because I think this look is okay, but
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the other look we'll see in a moment.
We'll get into that. How? I mean, I know it's a kids show. Forgive me. How does Wes know how to operate anything?
Um, he's good.
He's good. He is good. I like how the Megazord blue bounces off the sky. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I could do that. So that's fun.
After an exchange of the laser fire, they shift the Time Force Megazord into mode red, which uses its saber to take out the Jetra with the final slash. Hacha. Do we like blue or red, guys?
Red. I prefer
Red.
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 I think it looks cooler.
Going back to the Matrix, red pill or blue pill?
Well, yeah, a red pill.
Red pill. You're in the Matrix. And that sword they use. I kind of need that in my room. plastered on the wall. Okay.
right.
Jetra shrinks to a size mere inches as he reverts into a psychogenetically frozen state and is imprisoned by Jen into a container like a Pokemon. Wes Willing gives up the morpher, but Jen said, "You can have it." The team rejoice at the new Red Ranger. By the way, the way they demorph, Wes was wearing a suit while fighting. He must be very sweaty.
I guess that's true. I didn't think about it like that.
But yeah, that was it for episode 3. Do we give this a thumbs up, or this is it's a bad episode? We'll go with you, Anthony.
No, this is a thumbs up. Like you said, we've got more character development. We understand why Jen doesn't trust Wes. We see Wes is trying. He doesn't really want to be with his dad and his business company and do all that stuff. He'd much rather do something else and sacrifice something. And so, yeah, seeing these characters come together this way, I think is really great. So I'd give it a thumbs up.
Well, okay. What about you, Ray? Do you hate this episode?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, Anthony already kind of like hit the nail on the head. This is a good episode. We understand more about our Red Ranger, who's kind of yeah, getting his first taste at responsibility, and he's just really gung ho for it. We didn't really talk about how like it's also establishing he doesn't have that great of a relationship with his dad,
Oh
which
yeah.
will be a reoccurring plot point throughout this series. His
Very
relationship
important.
with his
Okay.
yeah, his
Yeah.
relationship with his father is gonna, it's gonna go through some stuff in this series.
Yeah, Mr. Collins, if you want to call him Mr. Collins, he's kind of strict-ish, or doesn't let Wes to do anything. So that might be a factor there. I'm also giving this a thumbs up as well. This episode tells me more about this team. I don't know if I like it more than In Space. I know I'm always comparing to In Space because that's the most recent Power Ranger show we watched, but
Mhm.
I'm not gonna compare it. I want to let the show run its course to me, because I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I do have some interesting facts for this episode. As we mentioned earlier, there was an unfortunate event that happened in September of 2001. This part of the said episodes had to be re-edited or re-aired, and eventually for DVD releases. For example, after Jetra grows and starts attacking the city, Lucas originally said, "It looks like he's attacking the city," followed by Jetra blowing up a building. The re-edit changed Lucas's line to, "Look out, here he comes," and the shot of the building being destroyed is removed. Another
Oh,
one is
yeah.
another shot of Jetra falling backwards onto a building was also cut. A wide shot of Jetra shooting at mode red, with buildings getting exploded, was replaced by a zooming in shot of the Megazord getting hit. So
Mm.
this was I said, as I mentioned, it was from February of 2001 to November. So let me
Right, so these
explain
early
one second.
episodes, they aired and then would have had been changed
Yeah.
much later on. This is interesting because obviously on our Batman Beyond talk through,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about briefly the Zeta Project and how that show was affected by the September 11th attacks. So, yeah, it's interesting. We keep talking about these shows around this time period and how much
Yeah.
like children's media was really affected by that real life event. So, yeah, even Power Rangers.
Even Power Rangers. If Zeta shows up in this show, I'm gonna freak out. Because Power Rangers, robots, Zeta's a robot, so if I see him, I'm gonna run the other way. All right, let's get into episode 4 here. It is called Rancic Lives, like how the movie Tron Flynn lives. I don't know. It's
Oh.
a play on words with that. We see Trip fishing a boat, not boat, a boot, as the team is homeless. Wes finds them a place for the team to live, an old clock tower, clocking, owned by his dad. Unfortunately, the inside is a dump and needs a lot of work. He then provides them with clothes that will help them fit in. Is this clock tower safe for living? I saw a lot of spider webs.
It's definitely old. Yeah, might need it maybe a bit of a fixer-upper 'cause,
Mm.
yeah. But I did like this sort of setup where they're like, "Wes lives in a mansion. This is gonna be great." Oh, no.
Absolutely not. And we get a fashion show of the Rangers. How do we like this, Ray?
It's fine. I mean, they're now out of their very obvious 90s sleek space suits of, just like white with black trimming, and they're
Mhm.
in the early 2000s style of wearing the Ranger colors and a jacket.
Yes, that is so Power Rangers. I love it. Um, we see Trip looking at a bird, and he saw it cooked, fried. That makes he's really hungry, really hungry. Just like me, I'm always hungry. Nadira is watching TV. Watching TV gives Rancic the idea to use television to broadcast the presents to Silver Hills. What was Nadia watching? Was she watching Johnny Quest? You guys saw that?
Nadira's just watching television, okay? That's what people do in this time period.
Oh, I guess there's no social media. You just watch television. Um, Well, as Wes and Jen leaves the clock tower, they discover is used by an old job shop, and they get a customer. They're hired as painters at the same television station as Rancic is using it for broadcasts. The Psychobots spot Wes and gives him a little beating before Nadira shows up and shows him her new manicure. Do you guys like the march of the Cyclobots?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. Rancic hits the airwaves and makes his intentions of domination very clear to the people of the city. This message was really scary. One of the cops dropped a donut.
It's true. Now we're getting to more Power Rangers type humor with, these
Yeah.
coming episodes.
Uh, when Wes asks Rancic why he's threatening innocent people, Rancic tells him his life story. Here we go, guys. In the future, babies are born of test tubes and green goop. Parents choose the characters. Excuse me. Parents choose
It's
the
true.
characteristics for their own children. But when a test tube falls down the sewer, the goop gives birth to Rancic. Rancic, the first mutant shunned by society, and gathers all of the other outcasts to form a criminal empire. How do you like the origin story of Rancic? He's kind of like Magneto. What about you, Ray?
Uh, the Magneto reference in a way is apt because it turns out in the future, we're just cool with eugenics.
Yeah.
Everyone's perfectly genetically fine, and then we get this mutant, and they immediately are like, "Ugh, what
Mm.
is this?" And they try, like right after we get that, they're like, "Now listen, we offered him help, and he said no, as if that's okay, if that's an excuse to treat this man the way that they do in the future just because he's different and not perfectly genetically fine."
Jeez. Look, if we get this a HBO series, sorry, Disney Plus series of Rancic's story in depth, I'll watch it. What about you, Anthony?
Mm. I mean, yeah, I like Rancic. I think it's cool that he has this sort of understandable backstory. Yes, he is still a criminal, so like he is making
Mhm.
bad choices, but we have an understanding of being shunned by society. So I think automatically it makes him have a bit more of a sympathetic edge than Really, any Power Rangers villain previous. Obviously, characters like Astronema, we eventually learn their backstory, and turns out they weren't always evil. But yeah, this one he is evil, but we have an understanding of why he's evil, and so that will be a bit of a struggle moving forward.
Absolutely. Um, that's why he lives. That's the name of the episode. The Rangers arrive and free Wes, who was left to die with the mutant named Fearrog after the former pointed out to Rancic that revenge won't solve anything. Wes morphs and kicks the mutant out of the building. Oh man, Wes kicked the shit out of Fearmog. Fearmog went through the building, man. I liked it. Through the wall.
Wes is cool.
Wes is he fights in a tornado the way he does. I like it. I think this is the same scene where I sent that picture of Wes, that close up zoom of his face. I was like that. I thought that was funny. The mutant grows into a giant, and the Rangers called the Time Force Megazord. The monster is defeated and recaptured with a quick slash of the Time Force Megazord saber. We did mention this a long time ago in space. These Megazord fights are like 10 seconds long. Do you guys still like these fights this short?
I'm fine with it. They happen every episode, so if I miss it, I'll just catch it the next time.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, I just said this in my notes here. I said, I think it's cool for the Megazord pieces to go through the portal, but they have to do this every time they request it. That takes time.
Literally time. I have to send it through time.
Oh man, so much. I think I'm from the future. Uh, the Rangers rejoice as they always do at their first pay at their new building with nick of time odd jobs. Wes tells Jen that he is having second thoughts about Rancic, but Jen assures him that there was people who tried to help Rancic, as we mentioned, but he rejected them and is pure evil. Do you guys think Jen is right?
No.
Listen, Rancid killed her fiance. She's a little emotionally charged.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with her, but I see why she feels that way. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, life is all about perspective. It depends how you look at it. Oh man, I just said something cool. That's gonna be my slogan. I'm gonna put down my logo there. All right, that was it for episode 4. There, is this a thumbs up or this is terrible? What about you, Ray?
I wouldn't say it's terrible. I mean, we do get Rancic's backstory in it,
Yeah.
and you know, I I called out the eugenics, but it serves its purpose for this. Um,
Hmm.
I guess the our monster of the week villain is a bit lacking.
Hmm.
It doesn't really tie into the thematic message of the
Sure.
episode. But I do like we get the establishing of Wes doesn't want to take money from his dad, so they have to do odd jobs, which is going to be another running thing throughout the show. So we got another thing
Mm.
established here. Um, so yeah, it does a good job at establishing things that we're going to continue to see and, change possibly our perspective on our villain and how our characters view him. So it's still yeah, it's a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's also a thumbs up for me. You know how in space there's like episodes where it does not relate to the story at all. The plot does not grow. But right
Hmm.
now,
Yeah.
the plot is going and going. There's no washed away episodes. So I'm giving this a thumbs up. Rancic lives. What about you, Anthony?
Yes, I will also give this a thumbs up. Like the things you mentioned, the backstory for the villain is really cool. I do like the sort of very natural developments of like, well, I guess we're doing odd jobs to get money for
Mhm.
this. There's a scene in this because the first job they take is like painting this like
Yeah.
building. And then the monsters invade, and we see the Cyclobots walk in, and Wes is painting, and to disguise himself, he just goes, "I'm just a normal painter." And the bots look at him like, "I guess that's just a normal painter," and they keep moving. So, like, that's some very silly Looney Tunes comedy that I can get down with. So for that, I'll give it a thumbs up.
That's very funny. All right, that was episode 4 there. I do have an interesting fact for this episode. As we mentioned in the last interesting fact, the events that happened in September of 2001. In this episode, Rancic gives a televised terrorist-like speech, which included the monster blowing up buildings. The episode was repeated on Fox Kids 3 days after the event of what happened, and then heavily edited with the speech overdubbed with the theme song. Interesting. And the Disney reruns, as well as US DVD and streaming, the speech was altered and showed the monster blasting mountains. Instead, however, Tripp's summary of Rancic's speech was left completely unchanged in the later version.
Mm,
I feel bad for these editors. They're just gotta go back to it.
right, gotta work with what you got.
Yeah, you cannot do reshoots. It's too late.
Yeah,
Uh,
right, you can't do that.
all right, let's get into our last episode here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is episodes 1 through 5. I don't know if I mentioned that early on. Of course, next week will be 6 through 10, but we're in our last episode for this week. It's episode 5. It's called A Blue Streak. All right, now let's get into it here. Wes lets Lucas drive his car, but when he shows off his race car driving skills on the streets, he is pulled over. Um, the cop said he is pulled over because of speeding, reckless driving, illegal lane change, driving without a driver license, running a red light, and then he gives him a ticket. Uh, the thing is, he let him go. Shouldn't you be in jail for those
Well,
things?
let's back up a little bit. Wes is teaching him how to drive,
Mhm.
right? He does not know that he is a race car driver professionally. And then when he gets pulled over, he takes out his driver's license.
Oh
And then
yes,
his driver's license is from the future. So it plays a little hologram of him going, I'm a professional race car driver.
yes.
It's like that's what driver's licenses do in the future. They tell you what your profession is in a little hologram that spins around.
And the cop was like, this is not real.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um, but do you guys want Wes to be your driving teacher?
No.
Oh, why
Well,
not?
it wasn't his fault that Lucas is a maniac.
Mm,
No, that's you know what, that's fair, but still no.
I see, I see. Well, do you guys remember your first experience of driving for the first time?
Yeah. I was not someone that was keen to drive. I was very nervous about driving at first.
Mhm,
But yeah, I was definitely one of the people where my dad and like mom, they were like kind of the people that were giving me driving lessons and
mhm.
things like that, which is very stressful because,
Sure.
they yell at you when you do the slightest thing wrong. And you're driving something that could cause some very serious damage. So I understand that, but it's very stressful. But no, it's fine. So yeah, I guess I got over it.
Yeah. What about you, Ray?
I grew up in a very rural area,
Hmm.
so I think my first time driving was like when I was like 7 maybe, and
7.
my dad would like just he's like, "All right, sit in my lap and you can, control the steering wheel," because I couldn't reach the pedals and stuff like that. So yeah, there was just a lot of times where it was just like, "Yeah, yeah, you can drive, no one's gonna see you in, you know,
That's
this
true.
vast of nothingness." So yeah, I've been driving for a very long time. I don't drive that much anymore. I don't like driving.
Is it the highways for you?
I it's the highway and just all the other people. I don't think Texas has good drivers, and it
Oh,
scares me.
oh, definitely not.
What state
You.
does?
Uh,
No,
Alaska?
that's fair. That's fair. Every state has bad drivers, but, like, there's something, like, how you guys only use your turn signals when you're like, "And I'm doing it right now,"
Uh,
instead of, like, indicating that you want to. It's like, "No, I am turning," and it's like, "No, like, that's not what a turn
I,
signal is always for."
Well,
I'm guilty of that.
the unfortunate thing is, like, when you turn it on, the people next to you are just like, "Congrats, I guess I'll see you later," and then they just keep driving.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a rough situation where, like, neither people will change how they run things. The person doing the turn signal is like, "I don't wanna do it, it's a waste of time," and then the person that will be driving is like, "I don't wanna let them in, it's a waste of time." So it's just a perpetual state of never learning how to do it correctly.
Yeah, that scares me here. There's always construction somewhere that,
Yeah.
like, changes something. Again, as I said, I'm from a very rural place. My roads, they didn't change, like, ever.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I don't like driving here.
No, I understand. There's a lot of construction. There's a lot of lane closures. There's a lot of narrow. When you're in a construction road, there's a lot of narrow spacing. So I understand that. Um, my first time experiencing driving, I was holding on to the steering wheel. I feel like I can just rip it off. But I'm like, my nails are like ingrained to the steering wheel for the first time driving, and like I'm trying to, like in video games where you're using the controller and like you're pressing so hard. So I was almost like taking off the steering wheel when I'm driving. I'm okay now.
Wow.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm okay now. But yeah, for those first time drivers, if you're listening, if you're 15 years old listening to this Brown Boy Wonder podcast, trust your driving. Do not trust the other people on the road. That's my advice. Where are we? Okay, let's back to Power Rangers here. Nadira tells Rancic that if he really wants control over the people of Silver Hills, he needs a lot of cash. Um, it's always about money when it comes to these criminals, and these criminals are
Hot.
hot. There we go. She reanimates Manta Mobile, Mental Mobile, T-Mobile, to help her off with a few heists. He transformed a few cars into super up villain mobiles. Thoughts on this monster here? He laughs pretty well.
He lasts pretty well. I mean, he's a race car guy, he's a car guy, this episode's about cars. That's it.
That's a yeah. Well, Lucas is taking his driving exam so he can get his license to get on the road. Is it easy now to get a driver license, or is it hard now?
Oh, I don't know what it's like now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was technically I don't know if I should say this on a recorded line.
Oh.
I took my driving lessons online. Is one of those
Hmm.
things where I just had to get a certificate and then I had to go to the DMV and take a test and then pass the test, and that's how I got it. Um, there were ways to get around the official certificate on the online course.
Yeah.
Um, there were options where I could retake tests and I could,
Mm.
take a test, write down which answers that it told me I got wrong, and then take it again, and it'd be like, "Congratulations, you got 100." And then
Yeah.
there was an option where it was like, "Do you wanna print off your certificate?" And I was like, "I didn't take half the tests." And then I just did it and said, "Congratulations, you've passed." So, did I take a driver's ed class? Really debatable, but at the end of the day, I did not cheat on the final test, and that's what
Okay.
really you need to use to get your permit. Yeah, this is like the driver's permit section, not even the license
Hmm.
yet, I don't believe. So, yeah, whatever happened, happened, it's too late, you can't stop me now.
I
I
mean, we're
I
yeah.
wanna
What?
revisit again where I said I don't like driving here because apparently you could cheat the test.
If you're
You
smart
guys
like
don't have
me.
to go to an in-person school apparently and do a whole thing and have to
Yeah.
have, 200 hours of driving.
Oh, jeez. It's not driving. I'm sure kids these days, cheat on their driver license using ChatGPT or something like that. But
Oh, maybe, yeah.
yeah, unless it's oh, do you guys parallel park in that driver test?
Yeah.
I had to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a camera
A camera? What do you mean?
for
Like a
when you're
rear view
reversing?
camera?
Yeah.
No, I
No.
used my
Oh, he's
mirrors.
old school. Okay. I had a camera. I got lucky. Oh, you're pretty good. You're pretty good at parallel parking, ma'am.
Yeah.
Make that your slogan for the podcast.
I'm gonna.
Put that
I
on the
gotta write
logo.
these down. I gotta write these down. Uh, Nadira and her crew attack an armored truck and snag all the dough. How do we like this heist? They're pretty well at this.
They're good at stopping armored vehicles. They did it in the first episode, and they're doing it again, so they're
That is true. That
proficient.
is true. Very good people. Oh no, bad people. They're bad people. During the exam, Lucas spots them speeding away and goes after them, but he can't keep up in his car. How do we like the driving instructor, Mr. Pickens? He's
he he's a
Go ahead.
nerd. He's funny.
This
I
is some classic Power Rangers comedy here.
Yes.
Like this is goofy.
I like that he's like, well, I shouldn't be telling you this, but you've already passed.
I'll tell him that.
His slogan is "Careful driver is a healthy driver." Do you guys believe his motto here?
No.
Hmm.
I mean, technically, yes, I do believe it, but if you're overly cautious, then you're causing more problems.
What if you're a
Oh.
careful driver and you drive to Taco Bell for some lettuce? You're not healthy now, are you?
Oh,
you're
no.
not safe. You're gonna die.
Can I
I
tell
thought
you
it
guys
was
something?
a careful driver is a safe driver.
Still
I
not
heard
safe
healthy.
to go to Taco Bell right now.
Look, I went to Taco Bell. I know the news for that, but I went to Taco Bell anyways. After I had
You're
my
trying to
Mexican.
shed some weight.
After
You're
I
doing
had-
it for health reasons, in quotes.
Well, when I had my Mexican pizza a few hours later, I was like, something's not right. But right, I'm okay.
Oh no.
Right, I'm okay. Well, I hope Mr. Pickens is a reoccurring character. Okay, let me make my prediction now.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Pickens will be the next Red Ranger.
Oh, so like Alex
Ah.
died, we got Wes. Wes dies. We get
Mr.
another Red
Pickens.
Ranger. Okay.
We gotta
Well,
bring back the driving instructor.
I will say this, Abrar. I won't say if you're right or wrong, but I will say we do get another Red Ranger. So we'll see.
Mr. Pickens, I'm watching you. The Rangers regroup at the clock tower, and Trip whips out. He whips a lot of things, but he whips out the vector cycles for them to chase Nadira. So this is our first introduction of the vector cycles. How do you like this two-wheel motor vehicle?
You could have just called it a motorcycle.
Trip is an asshole for making them here up at the top of the clock tower. How are we supposed to get them down?
You can't. Yeah, that's true. You can't.
They're just stuck up here now forever. Thanks a lot, Trip. But they're all color-coded motorcycles. That's all right. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's not the bat cycle, but you know they move around. We need that. We need that right now. Nadira finishes up her latest robbery and packs the trunk. The Rangers show up on the vector cycles and begin the chase. Jen speeds towards the Menti mobile car, and Turbo boosts over it at the last second and blasts him. Then Wes borrows a move from Tom Cruise, speeding ahead of Nadira's car, turning quickly and firing, like in Mission Impossible. Metamobile abandons the car and creates an army of Cyclobots to attack the Rangers. Wes takes out several of the bots with an amazing shot of his Chrono Saber. Katie and Trip uses their V blasters to inflict some major damage to the Cyclobot squad. Guys, these V blasters are huge.
That's true. These are really, really big blasters, but I like their sabers. I like the swords because they kind of
Mhm.
look like, hands of a clock. But yeah, these are
Mm.
some big guns.
He's like, I don't know how they carry it on their shoulders. It's like Jabba the Hutt. Lucas and Wes double teams Metamobile in a handicap match, spinning around him and striking in midair. A quick download from Circuit, and the Rangers are able to form the Vortex Blaster and open fire on the mutant. This makes him angry and grows huge, but the Rangers take him down without a problem in the Time Force Megazord Mode Red. Thoughts on this scene here? It went pretty quick.
Like they all do, apparently.
Yeah. How do you like the Vortex Blaster?
Pretty cool. It's a cool looking toy gun.
Yeah.
It's similar to what the Rangers and the Rangers in space did. They had that same combined blaster when they do it. I forgot that
Yeah.
was the name.
Yeah, I mean, a combined blaster is pretty common with a lot of the
Okay,
teams. What did they call it in space?
I forgot.
They called it. It wasn't an Astro Blaster because that was all their normal guns. But Carlos would say it, right? Like,
Carlos will say it, and then of course we see him driving into the sun. You know, I have that video saved on my computer, on my smartphone. I have it saved everywhere.
oh my god! For people that
Um,
don't know that reference, please go back and listen to our Power Rangers in Space watch through. It's very, very important.
very important. Well, Lucas returns to the DMV. He's driving test again, but he inadvertently spook the instructor, Mr. Pickens, who after recognizing him, runs away in fear.
Yeah.
That's
He had
it.
like a broken arm and all. That's fair.
Don't worry, guys. He will come back. He will be the Red freaking Ranger.
All right.
Is this the episode of Lucas driving? Thumbs up, or is he a terrible driver? Thumbs down. Go with you, Ray.
Um so here's the thing, right?
Uh
Oh my god.
oh.
Lucas is a boring character.
Oh.
He's meant to be like our kind of like stoic, sarcastic one.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the actor is not very good. And so
Ooh.
it just comes off very bland and boring. Um so no, I don't really like this episode.
Oh.
Um
It's
did
a thumbs down.
any future releases of this like include a like wear a seatbelt PSA? Because
Huh.
also in 2001 we lost the great Dale Earnhardt Sr. because the man famously didn't like wearing the safety harness.
Right.
Um no, probably not because only hicks like me care about NASCAR.
Mm,
But yeah,
true.
this is kind of like our first meh episode to
Oh.
me.
Wow.
Outside of getting our cycles. So
Sure.
it's not bad. It's just it's not good. But we
At,
don't have a meh rating, so I guess I would give it a thumbs down.
okay. Oh, at least your reason is valid, because if the reason is like, yeah, nothing really happened, there's no plot that thickens, then that's a problem with the show. But your reason is valid. Lucas is dumb.
He's he is he's just a little bland to me.
Bland. He's a
Mhm.
little bland for our sauce. What about you, Anthony?
I will also give this episode a thumbs down. I also have
Oh.
the same feelings towards Lucas when you gave your ranking of the Rangers. I agreed that
Mm.
Lucas should be on the bottom. The best thing I could say about Lucas is one time Ray and I we went to a convention, a Power
Oh
Rangers
yeah.
convention, It's called Power Rangers It was called Power Morphicon Express, which was the first and I think only of its kind. It was in Pasadena, Texas,
Ah.
and they had a myriad of Power Ranger actors. Some of them being from Time Force, including Wes and Jen and Lucas. Michael Copon, I believe his name is.
Hmm.
And we were the way they had this set up. The convention itself was sort of in like a rec center type place, and they had this area off to the side with sort of like stadium seating, and it was like near the exhibit hall, and so they had like a lot of their stuff over there where it was like almost like costume contests and what, and they had like a sort of handheld microphone that you would imagine, and every time he talked into it, he held it like directly up to his face, so the echo and everything was so bad, we could not understand a word he was saying. Like, if he just spoke and projected, it would have been fine. But every time, because he's using the microphone, it sounded like, when you get drive-through and it's like he just kept doing it because he couldn't tell. It was so that's my impression of Lucas, the real person, is that he doesn't know how to use microphones and he's boring in the show. So yeah, not the
Damn.
best impression.
Damn. I will give this episode. I'll give it a thumbs up. A reason is I like how dumb the heists were, and I love Mr. Pickens.
All
So that's
right,
why I give it a thumbs up.
fair enough.
I do have an interesting fact, but I think this interesting fact is the worst interesting fact have in the whole series of this program, the whole
Oh,
podcast
Oh.
since I started. This is the dumbest one I've seen, but it's still interesting.
okay, I'm excited.
Apparently, the rules of the road are different in the year 3000, as Lucas had to learn to read road signs.
That's true. What was it? It was like the pedestrian walking
Yeah.
one that he was like, I don't know what that one is.
That's right. That's not interesting at all. For those of you only listening to the audio version, you guys need to seek out the video because Abrar's face reading that, I've never seen that man more disappointed. He's the
There
most
was so
positive
much
person I know.
contempt.
Literally the dumbest thing I've read. But that's okay. That was episodes 1 through 5 of Power Rangers Time Force, Power Rangers. Oh, I was about to sing the whole song. But yes, that was it. Ray, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky and Goodreads with the username The Race Sketches.
Ah, you still have Blue Sky.
Yeah.
I deleted mine.
Yeah, I saw
Ray,
that. You didn't figure
Ray
out how
found
you can
a
enter an age range instead?
Yeah.
she found a
I was like,
workaround.
yeah. Are you still reading?
I am. I took a little bit of a break. Well, I got ahead, and then I didn't finish reading the next book I read.
And then she got a
Oh.
headache
I had a headache. I had to see the Odyssey.
twice.
I had to see the
Twice.
Odyssey twice.
Oh,
Um,
jeez. It just came out.
yeah.
We saw it again today.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm still reading. I'll be reading for all of this year and all of next year. So yeah.
Okay. Well, right now you're on the read break. Read break.
Yeah, because of the Odyssey.
Might as well read the
Power
Odyssey.
Rangers.
It's an old book.
I do want to read the Odyssey.
There we go. Audiobook or manually
No,
reading
I
the
want
book?
to read.
Oh, you want to hear Christopher Nolan reading the book to you?
If he released an audiobook, I would listen to it.
Okay. He's a very British man. What about you, Anthony? Where can they find you?
You can find me at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. I'm also on YouTube, Anthony Reviews, where Anthony reviews. I
Oh,
haven't in quite some time, but I have uploaded Power Rangers videos on that channel in the past. So if you have an interest in Power Rangers action figures and things like that, feel free to check out Anthony Reviews to see some stuff there. Power Rangers isn't really a show anymore, so they don't make a whole lot of new stuff for me to check out. But I've got tons in the backlog. I also have two other podcasts. One is called The Grund, which I do with my good friend Kirk Beatty, where we talk about movies and things like that. Speaking of the Odyssey and Christopher Nolan, we did a ranking of his filmography before the Odyssey had released. Abrar shaking his head like, yeah, he likes that. And then I have another podcast with Ray on, you just heard her, called the Couples Collector Club. So if you want to hear about the books Ray is reading, or comic books, or action figures, or any of those things, check out the Couples Collector Club wherever podcasts can be found.
fantastic. And yes, I have listened to that 2-hour episode that you guys released about the ranking, and I was very pleased with your top 3. So congrats to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, and Ray, I saw yours too. And I am pleased too.
Woo!
Maybe I should do it. Maybe
Absolutely.
I should put the first Nolan film as number 1. Who knows? Who knows? What's that called? Was it called Happening? No.
Following.
It's
Falling.
not the happening.
Oh, look, if we want to do a Happening rewatch, I'm down for it. But yes. Imagine Christopher Nolan directing a remake of The Happening.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay. Let's move on. You can follow this podcast where you're listening to right now. It's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. I am looking at more places to release this podcast. So just let me know right now in the comments. Right now, I think I'm on iHeartRadio too. I haven't checked that in a while. I'm also on like on Castbot, something like that. But if there's other ones that I have not looked at, let me know. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BrownBoyWonder Podcast. And till then, guys, it is. Oh yeah. We will do episodes 6 through 10, and move. And after that, how do we end it in space? Did we say something at the end?
We said let's rock it, didn't we?
So yeah,
I think
now
we
we
s-
say time force.
All right. We'll see you in 10, 9, 8,
God.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time for
Time
Time
Force.
Force.
We did it.